Good evening, Shawnee State University, and anyone else who happens to be tuning in. My name is Dylan Gonzalez, and this is your very own sportscasting, where we have an exciting match for you between Shawnee State and UPike University. Welcome back to round 5 of the League of Legends 2022 conference, and we are excited to cast this game and experience it with all of you. Until then, we're going to go to a little bit of a break.
I grew up making games, so I wanted to make a career out of that. Shawnee being a small school is the thing that drew me to it. Shawnee is nationally ranked in the Princeton list for game design. A lot of the professors own their own businesses. That kind of prompted me to start my own business. I started a game studio. I don't think that would have been possible if the school were bigger, and Shawnee put that all together for me. I'm Dalton, and I invite you to discover Shawnee State University for yourself. Please visit discover.shawnee.edu.
And welcome back, Shawnee State University. Anyone else happens to be tuning in, and we're going into the pick and ban portion of the game. This is actually going to be a very interesting pick and ban thing. The champions you're going to want to be looking out for are Shen, Fiddlesticks. For our team, you're going to be looking for see the enemy team ban like Lilias, maybe even Ziggs, because we have a very good Lilia player. Jinx is another one because Captain Wily is a very good Jinx player. As we have seen in the past few games, actually, he did pop off really hard. Now, right into it, with a Shaco ban, the jungler's main two characters are a Shaco and a Fiddlesticks. Now, the reason I'm actually seeing this interesting is it looks like, from their statistics, is that their Fiddlesticks is their better jungler, but their Shaco is their secondary. Now, why I think this is legitimately very interesting is Fiddlesticks, while a very good jungler, very good at farming, is very weak to invades. And I think Team SSU realizes this. They realize, hey, you're not good at invades. So if they can like start fighting the Fiddlesticks, trying to get those late invades, trying to get those good engages in the jungle, Fiddlesticks will really struggle to keep up, which will just give a lot of tempo to Team SSU. Because Fiddlesticks, yeah, good ganks, good solid play. But if you're behind significantly compared to like Chairbear, their jungler, it's not going to be a good match for Circus. Circus is the jungler for UPike, and Chairbear is the jungler for SSU, just to try and make sure that's clear right now. Now, we are going to see a Zeri pick immediately and into an Annie pick. Zeri's actually really nice because Zeri's very powerful right now, a lot of just high damage, really good mobility, and recently has been having a little bit of a rework, I believe that patch has gone through, but still is a very solid and very scary character, in my incredibly professional opinion. With an Annie and Seraphine pick, Annie is just a solid, good AP mage, good stuns. And Seraphine is one of those supports with their powerful crowd control and their really influential ult that they can do a lot of work. They're really hoping to like both of them have just powerful stuns in their ult, which actually makes me like this Gwen pick a lot. Gwen is very difficult for like a Seraphine or Annie ult to go off because Gwen can just be immune because that's a fair ability and just say, okay, you're trying to charm me and you're not with me, that's fine. Gwen also has a very powerful invade, as we're talking about with that Fiddlesticks dynamic. If Gwen can go in early, her early levels are very strong, allowing her to duel and fight Fiddlesticks comfortably. And you're also going to see this Corki steal, because as we have seen, Turtle Strike has played Corki in the past, and Turtle Strike is a very good Corki with very comfortable play and just a good mage player. So that Corki steal is saying, okay, you're not going to be allowed to play this character. We're going to take him instead. And immediately they're going to say, okay, now that we have your Corki, we're going to ban your Vex, which makes me curious to see, are they going to ban the Victor then? Which is his other very comfortable mid laner by the looks of it. Maybe force him to try and go into a support role, because we have seen in the past maybe like a Karma or an Ivern. As I said, we get the Victor ban, maybe see something like a Karma or Iron, and the set ban. Now, what this does free up is the potential for Shen on the team top laner. Now, why I think this is important, we are going to see, it looks like the Jarvan pick, which makes that Fiddlesticks talk a little bit different, because Jarvan does not nearly struggle with invades as much as Fiddlesticks does. But it does not appear that he has played a lot of Jarvan in the past. And instead, we're going to see a Camille pick. Now, Camille is a good top laner. Solid, lots of DPS, and just, in general, is one of those top laners that wants to get ahead to just carry. Which is going to be, it's going to put a lot of pressure on their top laner to play well. You have to play close top to beat good. Immediately, the trial pick back. It appears. It is. All right, apologies for that. I believe my Wi-Fi just had a little bit of a flicker as it is. And and as was mostly anticipated, we do see the Ivern pick from our mid laner. So in general, what does this composition for SSU look like? This is very much a composition that wants to be team fighting with powerful engages from the Leona. Zeri has a powerful ult that can let her be everywhere in the team fight. Ivern has a lot of support in general. So this is going to be very much a team fight composition into, by the looks of it, a very pokey composition, with Annie being able to sort of zone out with powerful stuns, Seraphine with powerful CC at long range, and the Corki, while the Jarvan and Camille are going to be really ones to stay in the front line. Jarvan is going to keep them off of the pokes, while Camille's just going to dive their back line with just, hey, I have this move that can get me in and out of combat in her E, so she can just flow out if things get bad for her. So with all that, I'm very excited to see these upcoming matches. And with that, I believe we will be going to a little bit of a break. Welcome back, Shawnee State University, and anyone else who happens to be watching. And we're straight into the amazing match. Welcome back to Summoner's Rift. Now, immediately we're going to be seeing no invades comfortably, and we're going to be seeing all the laners go into like the general places of vision, so that way we can make sure, hey, is the enemy team invading? No? Great! Once again, just collecting information, because at this stage, that kind of stuff is nice to know. Now, with this all here, what we're really going to be looking at into the early game is where the jungler is going to be pathing. Are we going to be seeing any early game pressure from any of the laners? For example, Corki into Ivern. Ivern naturally does not have the base numbers that Corki will, so Corki will probably be able to push the wave into Ivern. So we're going to possibly be seeing, are we going to be seeing, not Jarvan, a Gwen gank to possibly try to even those scores up, or maybe a Jarvan gank to really solidify and try to take them out completely. 1 second, I need to believe I am timed with the game. All right. And immediately we're getting right into it. Now, since we see the Gwen starting in the top side, that means she's going to be pathing down bots, obviously bot side, and Jarvan is going to be doing the exact opposite. Notably, Jarvan is going to be skipping his Gromp. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's just how Jarvan himself works, or if that's a specific strategy that we are going to be seeing employed by the red team here. Gwen herself is looking possibly to a 4 or 5 camp clear, since she's taking up the entire top quadrant. And we're into the lovely lane phase. Seeing small little engagements in the mid lane, but Pearl Strike, being the good jungler, he is not really taking too much damage, and even winning the early trade with the Corki, using his powerful shields to his advantage. Now, with this early game situation, vision control is going to mean a lot. If you get a lot of early vision, you can safely invade the enemy team jungler, and you know where the jungler is at any given point. meaning that, okay, we know the jungle is going to gank here. We can either go to protect ourselves or try to counter gank them. So vision control is very important, especially in these early games, and especially as the 3-minute mark will begin to pass, which means Scuttle Crab will begin to spawn very soon. Possibly even seeing that the blue team will have Countdown Legend and Captain Wily help out with the lower bot lane. Scuttle, as contrasted with the early gank in the top lane by the Jarvan, Arctic Wolf be using that vision that he does have to make sure, hey, you're not going to get a gank on me. I know you're going to come, so I'm going to back up. I'm going to make sure I play it safe. At this early stages, we really are going to be looking for objective controls. We're going to be looking to see, okay, where at any point can we get the vision so that we can start setting up for these drags? Because as the 4-minute mark is very closely depending on us, they have to be started considering first dragon. Are we going to fight for it? Or are we just going to sort of let it go? Or are we just going to let it wait for a little while? Because a lot of times we have to be asking, what is their win condition at this point? What strategies do they want to be employing for these characters to get these early game advantages, to try really going into the late game ahead? Commonly, that is just objective control. Objectives win games, especially at this higher level where teams play more as a team and solo kills aren't that easy to find. But we can also be seeing things like a lot of aggressive ganks, a lot of people staying on one side of the map to try and control pressure, which in this specific composition, I would not be surprised to see the Jarvan split the lanes, as it were, just to stay on one side more aggressively, more heavily. It does not look like they're actually going to be actively preparing to do that, but it is not an impossibility. Right now, it's just some good fundamental wave control. And what's going to be the interesting thing here is, right now, they don't have a traditional ADC on the red side. Instead, they have an Annie filling the role of an APC, an Ability Power Conqueror. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I like this decision, because on one hand, that addition of just incredible amounts of burst damage from the Annie with a powerful CC could fare very nice, letting everyone have at least decent CC on their entire team. It does look like there's going to be a bit of a gank top lane as the Jarvan is going to go in, activate his QE combo. Jamil's going to get her Q, just get a solid early game kill with the first blood, getting that early gold. Now, nothing too crazy from an early advantage. It is going to be, as it is, an early advantage. But because of the good fundamental wave control that Trundle did and the burning of the teleport, that wave isn't going to lose a lot of CS for him. Camille is going to do the proper thing and freeze the wave just to try and deny as much CS as possible. And Jarvan is actually going to stick around, just wait for him to see, hey, is anything going to go crazy? Anything going to go too nuts? And looks like we might even be getting a second gank. Trundle's like, okay, we're not going to let this happen. Camille's like, okay, activates her Hextech ultimatum, go for the Q, hitting the QE into the combo, knocking him up with the ult, with the W, activating his shield. Gonna try and get another tower, but not going to be safe, as Jarvan is going to be able to finish that claim off. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Gwen did get the first Cloud Soul, making sure that to abuse that pressure that Jarvan had in the top lane, saying, okay, if you're going to be top lane, I'm just going to take the objective, getting the early Cloud Soul. Now, that is 700 gold and about 300 gold to the 700 gold to the Camille, about 300 gold to the Jarvan, which not a great where you want to be, but that objective control is going to go swinging in the favor of the blue team. Now, with that multiple just chain CCs, Countdown Legend just showing that Leona is incredibly tanky and very much not afraid to just take a lot of damage, because those are multiple burnings of multiple abilities with the stuns and her ease. And Countdown Legend is just standing Vanguard as Leona. Perfectly fine, perfectly all right. It does look like the bot lane is going to be building up a proper wave crash. Very, very good fundamental play, allowing them to then groan and then try to get some pressure going. Countdown Legend trying to get some vision control as he recognized, okay, this might actually be a bit of a dangerous play, because he did see that the bot lane was going to start leaving. And he even notices now, hey, bot lane's kind of like falling apart. So he's playing careful. He's comfortably staying safe in this area. Because as we did see, the Jarvan was right there. So if he did not do that, we would have seen collapse on him, potentially making for an easy double kill for the red team. With just this powerful wave control right now, we are just very carefully and very comfortably seeing the blue team going ahead. It does look like red team with all these pings are going to be possibly setting up for a rift play here, with the rift scuttle just now leaving, so that there's a lot less vision. Now, there is a bit of vision for the blue side, so they generally know, okay, we know Jarvan's around here because they did see a small bit of pathing from Jarvan with the red into the red side. We could be looking to see another gank. Trundle recognizes this, immediately going to start rotating out. Cataclysm goes out from the Jarvan, using Camille's Q in the ultimate as Smith runs out, keeping the Trundle in place with multiple chain blocking effects. That is really tough. Is really pulling the side in this matchup, and Trundle is going to be taking a lot of damage. Jarvan is immediately trying to convert this little bit of a gank into a Rift Herald play, which we might actually be able to see successful, as it does feel like when he's in the bot lane, getting this aggressive vision control down, and possibly even looking for a tower dive on the Seraphine. As we are going to see the Ivern also here as well. Effectively, what we're saying is, okay, you want to play aggressive on the top side? Great. We're playing aggressive on the bot side. Where there are more people, and traditionally this is a more dangerous strategy, as Seraphine is going to be granted a very easy, very 3-kill. Ivern properly using Daisy as a way to soak up the damage from the tower, getting another plating. Now, even in the top side's aggressive platings, and even the fact that they did get ripped, top side has not been doing a lot of tower damage because Trundle is keeping the wave pushed up. He's keeping the aggressive, and Camille's trying to keep the wave frozen to keep this Trundle overextended for the Jarvan play. Now, immediately, that Rift Herald is going to go off into the mid lane, getting a lot of extra plating. Gwen is going to try and go assistance. Very low as Jarvan, as once Jarvan is going to finish that off with his ult, snip away with the Gwen plays. Immediately, since the waves have been mostly split, as we did mention earlier, that top side aggression is going to make it very difficult for Trundle to do much of anything, because once Camille gets ahead, Camille can do a lot of damage. Camille can lock down targets very easily. Countdown Legend's like, all right, fine. You want to play aggressive on the top side? We're going to make it more difficult for you. We're going to start visioning up. We're going to clear out this area so we know when your Jarvan's going to be here, which might come in clutch, as Jarvan is going to be pathing down to his Krugs right now. So Trundle will realize the Jarvan is there. It is looking like a Hextech ultimatum, keeping that Trundle in place, getting another free kill, but this time Arctic Wolf's like, no, not today, as he will successfully escape this time, with the Gwen Leona in the sides, looking to possibly get a re-engage on a counter gank, which could be actually very scary, but it does look like Leona will just take the recall here, and Gwen will just path back down, maybe looking for a dragon play. His dragon, he did just spawn. Arctic Wolf is not going to be letting this Camille get any free damage, so Ivern is going to be rotating up just to see, like, hey, is it going to be a potential gank? Jarvan's going to be right there, waiting in the bush. Now, as long as Jarvan is there and not anywhere else, that means that the other jungler gets free reign, which she is immediately going to be taking to take the dragon. Jerber is no idiot, and he's going to be saying, okay, you want to be a top side? Great. We're going to pressure bot side. We're even steal your bot side camps, getting your Gromp, and maybe even getting your wolves, as she does know they are there. Meanwhile, the lack of vision from the red team means that the red team is going to have a lot harder time knowing, hey, is the Gwen there or is the Gwen somewhere else? That was some just good early vision control from Countdown Legend. We actually will be seeing Countdown Legend get a bit of a gank by the Corki and immediately into the Jarvan. Countdown Legend is going to fall, but not without a little bit of help. Ivern's going to go right on. Immediately, all three of them going to be there. Getting the double kill, Mr. Jarvan will be, as it is not going to be easy, as they are going to be getting a few solo kills. But the objective control is safely and firmly within the blue team's control. And so is the vision control. As long as they know where the enemy team is, it's going to be a lot harder. That being said, red team is going to try and be rustling back, but because of the pressure bot lane, they can't really afford to send their sweepers and a majority of their vision to the top side to clear it all out. Instead, they're going to rely exclusively on Jarvan, as he is currently the only one on their team with sweepers. Actually, because Seraphine does not have her support item up yet. This is going to be seeing some solid lane fundamentals. The bot lane is very much pushed up, trying to just take this early tower aggression, maybe even looking to take in the early tower like the mid lane did. All this isn't too surprising, as a lot of this pressure is going to end up falling into Captain Wily and Jerbear, as those two are their main DPS sources, since Trundle will be a bit behind in this time. Now, Corki is going to be looking to possibly maybe even get an invade. Jerbear does not know about this because he does not currently have vision of the area. But there will be Turtle Strike to grab that blue buff using his amazing passive, and which might be incredibly convenient for the blue team, as if Jerbear does get jumped, that Ivern support could do a lot of work. But they did unfortunately give away the position because of that ward right there, making it a little harder, as it does look like a tower dive, as Jerbear is immediately going to be giving assistance. Daisy is going to come out, getting the kill on the Camille, going to be trying to escape. That tower damage is going to be way too much for them to handle. Jerbear is going to get a kill on the Corki. Jarvan's going to use his QE to get out, going to be able to escape here by the looks of it. But Gwen does have her Ghost active, going to be able to more quickly get down to the mid lane, where we could even be seeing some more vision control or even some more pressure going on. Right now, the bot lane is very, very comfortably in the lead with 131 CS to their 38. This is a huge amount of advantage for the bot lane that I definitely expect to be seeing coming into the mid to late game, where Zeri is going to be able to significantly out-damage this Annie. Doesn't mean Annie is going to not be able to contribute, because she does have a very powerful stun, but other than the stun, Annie isn't going to be able to do anything. We'll be expecting to see potentially I do believe that the Dragon will be coming up very shortly at this point, closer to the 16-17 minute mark, with a Jarvan looking possibly even to gank Arctic Wolf, as Arctic Wolf's vision is going to warn him and let him know, hey, Jarvan's here. The team are going to be converging up to the top side, which is going to be interesting to see where Gwen and Ivern go to respond to this. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, there's going to be a bit of an engage with the E from the Leona, immediately activating Zera's, using that move speed bonus, getting the kill with the Q. Immediately following up, this Annie is fast, but not fast enough, as Zeri is going to be using her amazing jump to leap over and get the kill. And even though he missed the shot, Captain Whiteley will get the double kill on the Annie. Amazing play. Camille's going to be there a bit too late, as they're both going to be able to properly escape from this area. Getting some vision right now. Corki's going to try and intercept. Corki immediately. Leona's going to get there. Jarvan's going to be going over there. This is getting stunned by the Leona, but the Camille will get in there to finish this off. Will get a one kill thing, but still that is a 2-for-1, especially on the ADC, putting this area even further ahead. Solid play from Captain Wily, making sure that he can keep himself alive and using his character's kit to really establish and make sure that enemy cannot escape. Gwen herself is going to be ganked by the top immediately. We're going to see the castle close. Come on. Corki's going to activate her ultimate using the W. Iron's going to come in, give a shield, giving a fat shield to the Gwen, ensuring her survival. Trundle's going to come down there with the Daisy help. Corki's not going to let her go away. Not going to be able to escape. With his very little bit of health that's remaining, the burn might even be able to kill. Will not manage the thing, as Camille's going to try to escape. Trundle's not going to let this go out. He's going to be coming in right away. Camille's going to be hiding in, waiting for the set, possibly hoping for an execution. With that iceberg, will not be getting the execution. God dang, Annis is really, really out of place, but he's not dead yet, as Trundle will get the kill with his chomp. Meanwhile, the blue team is going to be able to secure the Inferno Dragon very safe and very comfortably, as they're going to be in the root, and we're going to see that Daisy will get the knockup. being able to kill. Seraphine's ult will come out, but will not be enough as they're all going to converge and get the kill. Jarvan is going to be going in, but no. Leo says no. Activating your ult package will come out from the thing, but with just a pure number of value, they will be able to get the kill. That is a ace from the blue team. Amazing play in general. Not only losing one person, as we will be seeing the excellent play from Turtle Strike, keeping people alive, and Leona's incredible stuns. This is teamwork at its finest. Even though they did look like have an early game advantage to the top side, the bot side's incredible pressure, along with just very good play from not only Captain Wily, but also Countdown Legend and Jerbear and Turtle Strike, and even in a way Arctic Wolf. All in all, Team SSU is really just trying to pressure their advantage. One dragon away from Soul. That Soul could be a very solid win condition, because it's going to be a very difficult thing. Now, Captain Wily is going to be falling back. He will be noticing that the Jarvan is going to be here. He does have his E up, so he can dash out if things go too crazy. Unfortunately, he does try to activate that, and immediately Jarvan's like, no, you're not getting out. Activate his Cataclysm. Gwen is going to pop out, going to become immune. Jarvan's going to Ivern's going to teleport in, activating Daisy. You're going to see this ult come out, hit the root, using his ult once again to pressure the thing, getting the double kill. Daisy's going to get the assistance. Camille's going to dive onto the Ivern. Jerbear is going to be activated. The Hextech Ultimatum will come out. Turtle Strike is barely going to be able to make it. Jerbear will get the stun. We'll be able to get the shield. Daisy's getting so much work done to this Corki. Activating the immunity. Leon is going to get stunned. Try to keep them away. Jerbear is going to go in, get some healing, using his powerful Omnivamp. Barely is going to be unable to be make it as the amazing hook will come out from Countdown Legend. Corki will be able to hit the powerful poke on Ivern, unfortunately, and will get the kill there. This is such a heavy gold advantage into the blue team. Blue team is going to be really want to converting this into really want to be converting this into turrets, which they have been this entire time. Trundle's going to get the sideline push using just the powerful that, hey, at this stage, he's a very tanky person. Their three will still converge on him to get the kill. Unfortunately, as we're going to be rotated back into a very thing. Now, red team is going to be significantly behind. They're going to be looking to stabilize, looking to at least survive to the later game. And right now, with just the powerful vision, they can start stealing the camps away. What you're going to be wanting to see right now, especially, is first off, they're going to want to push these waves to at least the river. If they can push the waves to the river, that means they can get free to do more things, at least move around the map safely and not just completely out of area. Mission control is the name of the game for the red team and the blue team. For the red team, as they can keep the control at least on their jungle, they can safely farm. If they lose that, however, blue team will just constantly harass them and really solidify their position. Blue team, I apologize. Blue team, meanwhile, is going to be looking to convert this lead right now into not only towers, but hopefully even to ending the game as a whole. Because right now, they are significantly ahead. If they can convert this into the end of the game, just finish it off before the red team even has a chance to stabilize. If they keep the vision on there as well, they can make it so that the red team cannot safely farm at any point, denying all that golden experience. It does look like they're potentially going to be clearing vision at least to set up for a Baron play, as the team will be there. Right now, it is very difficult for the red team there because they're so far behind. A team fight right now could be very dangerous. They're going to be looking for a pick at least, which they might actually be seeing with the Countdown Legend is going to go down. Immediately, this is converting into a 4v5 for the red team. Trundle, meanwhile, saying, okay, you want to go for a team fight, Baron? Great. I'm just going to hard push spot lane. Get these towers, getting a fat stack of gold with the 600 gold team for his team, keeping the pressure up. Red team is going to converge on Trundle. Trundle's like, all right, I know this. I can escape. I can follow it using not only his territory, but also the red brambles to get out even faster. Dragon is about to come out, which you might be seeing for vision control. Might be seeing thing. Arctic Wolf is going to be running into a group of recalls. Seraphine's like, all right, I'm not doing this. As going to fall back with Annie, as is also going to be doing so as well. If you can get the soul, that is a lot of pressure. As Team SSU is in a huge lead right now, and they really want to be solidifying and keeping it into the late game so that they can win the game in whole. Countdown Legend is going to see Jarvan going into the. They're going to be Corki and Seraphine back up with the Zeri going to popping in. Meanwhile, Jerbear is going to be getting the Cataclysm is going to come out from the Jarvan. Jarvan's going to get out, get stunned by the Countdown Legend. Daisy's popping out. double ultimate from the thing, getting the stun off. And he will try to survive, will not be able to, as we're going to see amazing play from Zeri getting a triple kill and an amazing double from the Gwen, securing and guaranteeing the soul. And not only that, but the rest of the team is going to push into the mid lane. That is an ace. Amazing play. They're going to be going for the Baron play right now, saying, all right, let's just end this game right here, right now. With the soul, we can get this Baron, and we can ensure that they are going to win the game as a whole. The fastest one to respawn will be Seraphine, immediately followed by the Camille, but they will not have enough time as the incredible DPS from Blue Team. Countdown Legend is going to get vision just to at least secure that they will know when Red Team is going to be coming over. Immediately getting the Baron, you're going to be seeing all of them reset and mobbly shove it down the mid. Maybe the Trundle is going to shove a side lane. The waves on both side lanes are incredibly pushed up. Trundle is going to bot side, so Red Team is going to be looking to engage on this 4v5, hoping to maybe even get a free pick to just guarantee and win this and try to win the team fight to at least steal Baron away. Meanwhile, Blue Team is incredibly ahead, so they're going to be looking for it. If Countdown Legend falls right here, it could be very bad news. Daisy is going to be coming up from the Ivern, preparing for the team fight. Meanwhile, Trundle is going to say, okay, if you want to fight, then I'm just going to push all the way to the bot side. Dichotomy's going to come out. Daisy's going to give assistance. Countdown Legend is out of position as the Camille is going to be able to try to get the hook, was unable to, as they're going to get the kill. Jarford will come in with this QE combo. Zeri immediately getting a kill on the Annie. Captain Wiley going to be able to get the assistance with a Root and Daisy assistance, along with Annie's Teddy Bear. In general, this was an amazing team. That is ace. I believe that is actually game, as Trundle right now is looking to end the game at the bot side. I believe right now we have just seen Team SSU win into the game 1 of this match. GG. That was an making sure that they can save, keeping a lot of people alive in very dire situations. Jerry using his incredible Gwen pressure, and Trundle, even though he did struggle in the early game from the incredible amounts of ganks, he did not let that get to him, and he kept that silent pressure, ultimately helping his team finish out that game. Amazing play from Team SSU. Incredible in general, and I cannot wait to see the next game, as we're going to be going to a bit of a break right now. Welcome back, Shawnee State University, and anyone else who happens to be watching, and welcome back to Game 2 of Round 5 of the conference. Now, last game was intense, amazing, and epic, and what we'll be seeing is can Team SSU carry the momentum from Game 1 into Game 2, and will UPike be able to calm their nerves, prepare their mental, and be able to steady the storm into this next game, be able to comfortably and safely play this match, and just in general keep a level head and be able to turn the tides. Team SSU, however, and I'm interested to see what difference the Team SSU will do for picks and bans and what new systems we'll be seeing. As we will notice that Zeri is banned by Team SSU, immediately thinking that somehow that they're going to be looking to Zeri will be banned by Team UPike, not Team SSU, as they are not looking for a repeat of last game. Now, interesting enough, this will leave the Jinx play open for Team SSU. Maybe they want to steal that Jinx, maybe use that to convert and use that to take them by surprise and put Captain Wiley on a very comfortable pick. As God King Anubis will be taking the Gwen, actually, making sure that they're saying to themselves, okay, we're not going to let your jungler get that same amount of pressure they did last game. Not with the same character, at least. Now, Bear, very good player, very comfortable in a lot of things. Most likely won't take him too much. We will actually see the Jinx play. Bear is probably going to be able to say, okay, that's fine. I'll just play another character. And he's very good as jungler, so he's probably going to be perfectly fine, perfectly comfortable with something else. We will even be seeing the Ivern pick again from Bear. Not from Bear, but from either the mid lane, Turtle Strike, or the jungler, Bear. Now, this could immediately symbol to the blue team that, hey, Ivern mid again. Which is entirely not entirely possible and entirely likely. But we could be seeing a little bit of a mix-up. Maybe it's actually going to be Ivern in the jungle. As what this will allow them to do is they can then pick their mid laner late because comfortably thinking they know, okay, we don't have to ban more mid laners. They pick their mid laner, which is just the power, and then immediately say, okay, Ivan's actually the jungler. We're using, say, Corki in the mid lane or Victor, which is the power of a flex pick. Because Ivern traditionally is a jungler, it just can be played in the mid lane and was very comfortably played by Turtle Strike. Now, we will be seeing an actual Ashe this game actually saying, okay, you know what? We're going to be taking an ADC. We're going to be taking something that's more comfortable, more we're used to. We're taking an ADC this game rather than just Annie in the bot lane. Now, I'm not incredibly surprised by this. I'm actually very happy to see this because Annie in the bot lane did not do what they wanted to do, was very far behind, especially from the Zeri, and was not able to contribute a lot during that game as a whole. We will also be seeing a Darius ban, which is basically the last thing that we saw last game. Question is, will we be seeing anything different from UPike, or will we be seeing the exact same things? Now, Team SSU has to be feeling good, especially going into this game. They have to be feeling confident. They have to be feeling proud, and by all means, they should be. They really safely and comfortably dominated the entirety of Game 1. Now, as long as they can keep this sentimental, not go too confident and start doing too many crazy plays, they should be able to safely go into this next game with another win. Meanwhile, UPike they had to be feeling shaky. They got to be feeling rough. Can they clear their mental and prepare themselves for this next match and be like, all right, it's going to be okay. We can do this. We're fine. And maybe even stay and compete with the spot. Maybe even take us to the Game 3. I, for one, am excited to find out. As we will be seeing a few more bans. Nothing too insane, nothing too crazy. We will see 2 more jungle bans. We actually will see a Kindred pick. Now, I like this. Kindred is a spicy pick, especially from Jabber. I have not actually myself seen a Kindred played by Jabber, but I'm excited to see it as Kindred. Very powerful ganks, and that ultimate is capable of doing a lot of influence. We also will, by the looks of it, be seeing a Tristana, maybe a Tristana in the mid lane role. Maybe we'll be seeing Ashe in the support role, Tristana in the ADC role now. Or maybe we'll be seeing Annie in the support role. There's a lot of different options here. And I'm actually incredibly curious to see what we'll be seeing. Because we won't really know until we see this last pick, which will be an Urgot. Now, we can comfortably rely to say Gwen is in the jungle. Urgot's in the top. And it's the other 3. Ashe is somewhere in the bottom, possibly a support, possibly an ADC. Annie's either support or a mid laner. I don't think we'll be seeing another Annie ADC. And Tristan is either the ADC or the mid laner. Now, we'll actually be seeing an Alawi pick from the top lane. Alawi, very powerful team, very capable of just doing a lot of damage to a large group of people. Maybe they're thinking to themselves, okay, we need something more tanky with a good bruiser AP. Not bad, not bad at all. And as a whole, we will actually be seeing the Tristana rotate to mid, and Ashe to the ADC, and Annie to bot to support. Very simple, very traditional things that we will end up seeing. With these 2 team comps in general, we will be seeing a lot of ganks from the Kindred, possibly a lot of early aggression from the Gwen, because both those characters have very powerful games. Kindred, if the Kindred gets ahead, like we have seen Jerbear do in the past, Kindred can very easily wipe the floor with a lot of teams. Now, Captain Wily on a Jinx, I'm very happy to see this because Captain Wily is comfortable on the Jinx, very dangerous on a Jinx. But we also say that Captain Wily in general is just a dangerous ADC player who can do a lot of work on a lot of different characters. We'll see Countdown Legend on Leona again, which very happy to see this. And Ivern, once again, in the mid lane, which will be not only exciting, but also just very good for a sustain and engage comp. Very good for a sustain and staying in the fight for a long time. Into this composition, I think we'll be seeing a lot of aggression in the bot lane, just because with powerful Kindred ganks and the bot lane last game did struggle a lot. We might be seeing a lot more aggression there. And in the top lane, we might see a repeat of last time if they want to go for the early aggression on top lane. But the difference is Alawi's much better at taking those 2v1 fights with her tentacles, much better at taking those powerful engages. And I suppose we'll have to wait until we actually see that to find out, because until then, we're going to go to a little bit of a break. Alright. I think it's been a little slow, so.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Load in.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I heard something.
Alright, summon someone you can.
They
Welcome back, Shawnee State University, and anyone else who happens to be tuning in. Welcome back to round 2 of the round 5 of the 2022 conference. We are going to be getting right in once again, seeing just all of them laying out, making sure comfortably. Hey, is anyone going to be going for the invade? Once again, it does not look like that will be the case, as both teams are very comfortably going to be sitting out. I'm going to get a time sync just to make sure that I'm right, not ahead. All right, I believe I am synced. All right, going into this, we're going to be seeing a. Going into this, we're going to be seeing once again back into the neutral gameplay, as Gwen is actually going to be starting in the bot side, possibly looking to rotate up. Sorry, just got to make sure that I am not ahead. All right. We're seeing an early engage from the Urgot directly onto the Alawi. Alawi's being like, okay, this is how we're going to do it now. Urgot's doing very powerful damage. Alawi's going to be taking a lot. That's a lot for the trade, especially going into Urgot's favor. That's fine. That's just some early game aggression from the lanes. Now, immediately, the Kindred starting in the top side is going to be looking to go for a full clear, taking the Krugs, taking the Raptors, and taking the red buff. Really just assuring his thing. Now, immediately, you will notice there was a first blood very early on from the bot side. Leona actually getting it secured straight away from the Annie. Now, this early aggression, and especially early lead in the bottom side, is immediately making me thinking that, okay, Gwen is going to probably want to be splitting the lane in the favor of bot side, as bot side playing weak side might be devastating for this entire game as a whole. That being said, Gwen unfortunately did start on the bot side, so she will be forced to path upwards to the top lane. Meanwhile, Kindred, starting at the red side, will be able to path directly down and possibly even look for an early tower dive. Charles Strike is making sure to utilize the power of his bushes just to keep this Tristana guessing. Yes, you know that Ivern is there, but you don't exactly know where. And Kindred actually will be saying, okay, Kindred did look out on the 50-50 shot, being able to secure their mark, as it will be on the bot side. Kindred's full clear will be very nice, as getting that early level 4 is going to be very comfortable, as Circus did get it, as they both did the full clear to get that level 4, and they are currently both even in CS as it is. You'll be actually seeing what looks like a full 4-man gank in the mid lane. Tristana is going to back up a little bit. They're saying, okay, we can't actually comfortably take this. Fortunately, however, because of the way that the wave was shoving out, it will be slow pushing back towards the red wave, so they will not be losing a lot of CS in the process of this, as they will be returning to a very comfortable CS. Kindred's going to be looking for the thing. Unfortunately, Countdown Legend will miss the hook. That will cost them the engage. That is unfortunate, but it is all right, as Kindred will just simply be able to reset here and get some more lane, and the red bot side will not actually lose much CS in total. Strong just camping out, waiting to see, like, okay, is there going to be potential to go for the engage? Ivern's just very comfortably saying, okay, we can do this. If you want to just sort of wait for this thing, I'll just comfortably sort of wait back with you. Just saying, you either have to safely wave, or you're just going to miss farm. Drag will be coming up very shortly, so both teams are going to have to be asking themselves, okay, how do we want to do this? Is bot lane going to be going asking for the priority? Now, Tristana will have prio, so she can probably rotate down to get the dragon. But with Turtle Strike's Ivern just being here as it is, it is most likely just going to be just a casual farm for him. He probably will not be able to rotate down. The rotation from both from both Captain Wily and Countdown Legend means that they will be able to buy items and rotate back down, possibly looking for a little bit of a power spike if they want to go for the Dragon Play. Otherwise, Kindred is just going to be safely farming at this stage, getting a little bit of gold, getting a little thing. Currently, Gwen is marked, but that's just because as a Kindred, you should always mark their jungler to start off. You actually will see a bit of a ping from the red team saying, okay, we should probably be aiming for the dragon. Leona will pop that Scryer's Bloom just to make sure that there's no vision there. Not seeing any. She is going to be facing a ward and possibly even looking for an engage on this Tristana. Tristana will fall back safely just to make sure that nothing too wrong goes on. Gwen is over there, so if the worst case scenario, Gwen can return to help for the fight. With Kindred coming back, we will be looking to set up a little bit of a gank bot side, which I am very curious to see how that will all play out, as there is no current vision there. Now, that lack of vision is dangerous, as it might actually be a secure double kill for both people, as they're going to be able to secure that Ash play, and Annie is incredibly out of position, not going to be able to do anything, getting a stun on Jinx, but completely being demolished by Countdown Legend and Party. Countdown Legend actually put the one with the 2 kills here, which on one hand means it's not going to Captain Wily, which is where you want the gold to be going. On the other hand, it does mean that Captain Wily, the squisher of the two, does not have a bounty, meaning that if they want to get that precious bounty gold, you have to go after Leona, and Leona is much harder to kill than a squishy Jinx. Ash will get the incredibly crucial information that they're going to be taking drag, but it's going to be way too late, as they're just going to go, okay, Smite, securing that. to a very nice and comfortable 2k gold lead to start this match out. Now they will be able to get Kindred vision, as Tristana will be looking possibly engaged, will get the engage, and immediately Kindred's going to activate her ult to say, okay, no one's dying yet. Going to be shielded by the Ivern. Ivern's going to be rotating up. Ivern's going to be getting out. No one will be dying here, which is exactly where you want to be, as it was a very good vision from the Ashe. This little bit of the Kindred's going to be looking for the mark. With the rest of the team here is going to be able to safely get it. Gwen is going to be really in position. Now, Countdown Legend redeeming himself, hitting that hook and securing the kill on the Gwen. Unfortunately, since Kindred did not participate in that takedown, they will not get that precious Gwen mark. That is unfortunate, but alright, as that will be, I believe, Kindred's second mark in general. You also will notice that Tristana and Gwen both use their flash, and Tristana's down her ignite. So, in general, the summoner spells are not going to be in their favor, as most of blue team still has their sums, while red team is down several. So potentially going to be looking to see them punish that, abuse the fact that they are below that down flashes and down other forms of things. You will actually notice that the Kindred will change their mark to the Ashe, actually indicating a later stage gank. Ashe needs to be careful, and they need to be visioning up, which they have not been, as their one piece of vision is being deactivated by this control ward at the bot side. Proof Herald actually will be up, and you will notice that Ivern's little passive will start to be going off, as that second red buff will be active, and Ivern's going to be probably going to be taking that, getting that little bit of extra in-lane sustain. Red team not any further down objectives than they were in the first game, but this time they are up 3 kills, as Team SSU is the red team in this game, so they are getting up a few kills. They're potentially looking for a little bit of a gank in the top side, as Alawi is going to be able to attempt to get out, activating her tentacles. Alawi is gonna be able to safely protect him, activating the hook to get the tentacles on the Gwen, being able to spawn a few more in her lane, making Alawi a bit safer and a bit more dangerous in general. The mark will favor the Kindred, as the mark is going to go directly on the Skullcrab, giving Jerbear his third mark that he needs. The bot side is finally going to start visioning up, using control wards to make sure that they can ensure when things are going on. Countdown Legend, of course, saw this, immediately is going to remove this control ward to ensure that they can get things. Now bot side turret is very low, very far behind, and almost down. As Jerbear is going to be able to get the gold out, going to get the stun out, immediately hitting the W, getting that kill, will be able to things, and securing the double kill on the Ashe. Now Gwen is going to activate her thing. You cannot hit her while in that area. Kindred is going to say, okay, you can't hit me, no one will die here. Making sure that everyone's safe. Gwen is going to be able to get out. Gwen is not going to be able to get out at all, as all 3 of them are immediately coming first. Tristan is going to be coming down, maybe hoping to clean this up. But unfortunately, because of the positioning, might get the kill on the thing, but I do not believe they will get the kill on the Captain Wily and Countdown Legend. Captain Wily is going to be able to say, okay, you want to jump in on this? Great, stunned. Using that mute crowd after shock, are going to be able to get the kill. Will get the kill on the Jinx and that shutdown gold, but not going to be able to get the kill on the Leon. Leon will another kill. Both bot sides are both with 3 kills and 5 assists. Only on 1 death is on the Jinx, putting themselves in a very comfortable and very ahead position going into second dragon. Rift Herald has not been taken at all by this point, so we might be seeing that the blue team look to secure it, or even the red team just trying to push their advantage even further. Although by the looks of it, red team is very comfortable just saying, okay, we're just going to gank bot lane, as their bot lane is not playing the vision that they need to be playing. They're not respecting this, and you're not getting enough assistance from the rest of your team, so we're just going to be pressuring you guys out, using the marks on them to get Kindred even further ahead. Ashe is gonna get the vision on this, knowing that Kindred is in the Dragon Pit. Gonna be fighting for Dragon. Unfortunately, it does not look like anybody's going to be able to converge to do any assistance, as Tristana is going to just comfortably stay back, not going to be able to risk it. As Team SSU is going to be able to secure the dragon. Up to going into the mid game for potentially, it will be a mounted soul game. Very nice, very tanky, and a lot of extra shielding will be incredibly helpful, making this team even harder to kill than they already are. Leona's gonna be able to hit the stun. Tristana will still activate the thing, as she is gonna have to burn her flash in order to escape, as Count 11 is gonna be comfortable and happy with that, as he's looking to possibly rotate back down. They're gonna get the early game turret. Captain Wiley is gonna say, okay, now Captain Wiley's free to start influencing the rest of the map, push the rest of his laners up really far ahead into the game. Leona hitting that root, but Tristana gonna still have her rocket jump go off and be able to get out. Now Jinx is gonna say, okay, now we are playing against Jinx, Tristana. Jinx is gonna stick here with Ivern sort of rotating around the area, possibly looking to even get some gold. You are gonna see an Ash Arrow, which you might actually be seeing get hit. You will see it get hit, but Urgot is going to activate, get the shutdown on the Leona. His ult. Going to get that extra shutdown gold, which is a very nice little bit of a gold lead for the Urgot. At least a little bit way to cut down. You will be seeing that the Tristana activates her ult to push the Ivern away. That's what it's used for, people. Keeping away the enemy team when they want to get that solid engage on you. Right now, getting the soul positioning thing, you are going to see a few pings go off, as they are going to notice that Gwen is going to be alone. I do not think that they're going to be going for the engage, as Gwen will fall back, get the recall, clearing out some vision, and making sure to secure. Okay, secure that little bit of vision, going into making sure that, hey, we know where the enemy team is. If they want to go for these invades, we're going to see them. We're going to know that they're there. Mainlane's going to be looking into for a little bit of things. Once again, Leona going to hit the roof, but Tristana's rocket jump just keeps on going off, making sure that you are not going to be able to save the thing. Ivern in the top lane going to be using Daisy in order to keep this laning phase going very comfortably for him, as they are going to pop out this Rift Herald immediately just to try to assist. Now, Leona is going to activate her ult to at least slow down this Ashe, hitting her hook to make sure to secure this thing. The Rift Herald will get the charge off, securing that thing, but afterwards will immediately die. Allow is going to activate the stopwatch to make sure that she doesn't die, and immediately going to be jumped by the rest of the blue team, getting that kill. Urgot's going to be coming into the fray with a very safe and comfortable position. They're going to be looking for the Gwen is immune, as those are the lines that no one actually wants to see. As they're immediately going to be able to get the kill. Get the kill on the Jinx, get this stuff done. Urgot's going to be using his incredible under pressure. Jerry is going to get a kill on the Ashe, but immediately into that, Urgot's going to get another kill. Once again, trying to keep his thing in position. Jerry is like, no, you're not. Getting the re-kill and the shutdown on the Urgot, using her arrows to secure a triple kill on the Annie. Jerry shows the power of Kindred, especially when Kindred is ahead. As Urgot is going to be able to purchase Titanic Hydra, which is a very powerful item for him going into this later stage of the game. Of course, Jerry is not going to let this Tristana take a red buff, smiting it away from her, getting that 100 gold, and denying that experience from the blue team.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Arctic Wolf is going to be looking to get some tower damage at the top side, just using his powerful pressure as a split pusher to just secure this little bit of tower deeps. Meanwhile, Jerry is going to be looking for the gets. Jerry is just going to be grabbing some more camps. Once again, solid, just fundamental play, which we constantly see from the team SSU. Now, Gwen, however, and Urgot are both going to be looking for potentially to double gank this thing. Gwen activating her smite to make sure that Arctic Wolf thing. He's going to activate his ult. Huge amounts of damage coming out, but Urgot saying, no, you're not, as he's going to be using his incredible passive and the spider legs to just DPS down this Alawi. Meanwhile, the minions are going to be able to secure the turret. Nice little chunk of gold for them, as they are ultimately going to get that. They are ultimately going to get what they needed, which is the Gwen in the top lane, so that they can secure this dragon, which will be coming up very shortly. Meanwhile, God King Anubis is like, alright, if you want to take the dragon, great. I'm just going to side pressure you as well. Getting the tower trades and an objective bounty for the rest of blue team. Meanwhile, the power of the two ADCs is easily able to just get the third dragon, giving them instance so that the next dragon will be their soul, which is a, once again, very solid win condition and will make much more difficult for blue team to take these fights. Urgot is showing incredible pressure into this game with a 6-1 lead. Of course, not quite as powerful as the 4-2, 3-2, and 5-1, as he's the only one with actual pressure, I think. Now, Kindred's going to be activated ult and ensure that the Urgot will not die, but will not be able to get the Kindred kill, and immediately will get the rekill with the rest of the team converging onto it. Turtle Strike will also get the Gwen. Securing a powerful double kill as both the two threats are out, and Team SSU is going to hope to pressure this. Take out some mid towers and use this little bit of advantage. Now, you'll see amazing Ivern play as Ivern will try to use Jason to soak up some of the shots before the minions can get there. Burning out and just absolutely destroying towers and possibly even looking for a mid in him. As Ivern will be going to teleport to bot side to make sure that this Tristana will not be able to get any side lane pressure going. An expose inhib in the mid lane is dangerous for the blue team as they are going to have to hope to stabilize that. Kindred, meanwhile, going on her 7th stack, just really getting this ahead pressure as each stack that Kindred gets is just going to keep on killing her more and more ahead, improving all of her abilities. Arctic Wolf is going to show his powers, allowing getting that hook onto the Gwen. And immediately Jerber is going to rotate down to just grab and secure this Rift Herald with his incredible amounts of DPS as the only marksman jungler.
Red team's turret
Meanwhile, you will be seeing an Urgot side laning in the bottom wave as Leona is the only one there to actually contest him, and Tristana is going to be there. Now, you might actually notice that Alawi is going to rotate down to bot lane just to give a bit of assistance. Leona is very tanky, but not quite the DPS that you need if you want to fight an Urgot 1v1. Of course, with a little bit of assistance, Urgot is going to be forced to back out as Leona is going to get some vision control and make sure that no one's going to be going into her jungle, into their jungle anytime soon. Urgot still side laning, still offering some pressure. Alawi, so they're going to be forced as a team to answer this pressure. Alawi herself is going to be the one to do it, as Alawi does look to be at least defending this turret. As Urgot's going to be taking a little bit of a mini advantage he does have to just pressure things. We'll take a few turret taunts. That's perfectly all right. In the top lane, we're all going to be seeing a little bit of an engage as immediately Gwen is going to go into the timbers, getting a solid engage on Countdown Legend. Not going to be able to get the kill, however, as Countdown will immediately come up to get the kill, get excited and get the pressure in with incredible move speed and attack speed to secure a triple kill. Good job. Good job, Captain Wiley. Arctic Wolf is making sure to respect that and keep away this pressure from Urgot, so that way that they are going to be able to secure this Baron. There's nothing worse than wanting to engage on Alawi all for the sun in the middle of her fight for Alawi to get a Baron buff, using her incredible ability to slow Urgot down a significant amount. When that passive does go off, Urgot gets incredibly slowed, making it a little bit easier for Alawi to chase. Urgot, of course, still going to be able to get out, but now without losing a lot of pressure that he was holding. Gwen's going to be looking alongside Leona to try. Gwen's going to be looking to fight this Arctic Wolf, but Leona on the side, not going to be able to let that happen. Girlstrick is going to try and deny this pressure from the Tristana. I mean, while using her rocket jump to just get out. while she can. It does look like Dragon will be looking to get set up as immediately Blue Team is going to be fighting for it. Only for the Red Team to immediately show up, activating Olawi's ult, which is incredible amounts of damage, taking the Dragon from the Red Team immediately, from the Blue Team immediately, as Conjured will secure it, getting the triple kill on any team. SSU is not letting up any of this pressure, getting the soul, and immediately attempting to convert this. Tristan, of course, is saying, alright, fine, you want to go mid lane? I'm going to hard push top lane. Of course, because of the Rift Herald, this will make Tristan forced to recall, as otherwise, Red Team SSU will just end the game right here, right now, with not only a Rift Herald, but also a Baron buff and a Dragon Soul. They're looking to end it right here, right now. They're not going to be able to race this fast enough. As using this incredible amount of things, they're going to immediately take the tower, and you will be seeing this. That is game GG for Team SSU, and you will even see the Rift Herald dance. Good game, as Team SSU is going to show their incredible amounts of pressure and really just secure a clean 2-0 victory over Team UPike. So good job, Team SSU, and good job for this entire game. We're going to wait to see if we're going to get a real quick interview, but until then, we're going to go to a little bit of a break. See you then. Welcome back, Shawnee State University. Anyone else happens to be tuning in? I'm actually joined by Turtle Strike, and for a while it looked like the entirety of the Team SSU team. Turtle Strike, congratulations on the incredible game.
Thank you very much. Felt good.
It did. It looked good. It looked incredibly clean. How did it actually feel to play those matches where you're just solidly just doing really well?
Well, with how Ivern plays, I'm kind of just not playing against my. I'm not playing my lane. I'm not playing to interact or like die. Like I maybe like will walk up to try to get a few autos in. So for me, I'm kind of just sitting back, picking up farm, and then looking to move with them. But with the game plan we did have going in, I think we did play to what we were planning on because looking in, we kind of didn't really know what their bot lane was going to do because every game they've run a different bot. But we kind of just knew their jungler was a strong Shaco player. We took that out. Top side, give Chase a matchup that was good. And then for me, it's just like, give me something that I can just buff up Bear on and just have him just go off.
And go off, indeed it did, as each game I felt like was more just incredible skill, incredible display from the entirety of the team. What was the energy like playing those games?
I think it feels really good. Speaking like with like how the last 2 weeks go, we got O2'd both weeks. So when we come back in, go 2-0 and play as well as we did, it feels really good because it gives a lot more energy because we do start mid south on Monday. So having a 2-0 week in CLOL right before we start, it feels really good to be able to do that.
Indeed, and you did mention a little bit of the gameplay going into, because you said different bot lanes, but like as a whole, when you said you did play to the game plan that you wanted to, were there any things that completely took you by surprise?
I think the only thing that might have taken us by a little surprise is that how much their jungler actually focused into the top lane because we were like they had a weaker side bot, so we're like if we're able to just put pressure on their bot lane, give Zach and Navin things they can do to get kills, be strong there, that they'd be able to get a lot of advantages. And we thought their jungler would go bot at least once or twice, but I think that entire both games never went bot once. So we just like even like we saw in that Kindred game that we just dove them the one time, and we just kept doing stuff like that because we saw how top side he was playing. We just kept playing bot side.
Indeed, and you just kept on showing up, just cleaning them up on the bot side, and just using incredible amounts of pressure. So as like a whole team, when like I know what, sorry, English is hard. When going into each of these games, and it did seem really cool, were you able to carry that momentum, that energy, and that excitement into the game two?
Oh, we for sure were because like when we get to the end, like everyone like Zach's getting a triple kill, then Jeremy's getting a triple kill. Everyone's getting a bunch of kills. It really gets you pumped up and excited because when you go into the next game, you're like, okay, what we had planned basically just worked. What might they try to do? We like thought about it and we were like their only option we thought was like maybe they might try to take the Zeri, but then they ended up banning it. And so we're like, oh, we'll just basically run back the same team and just switch the pieces where they need switched because inside the game, Gwen and Kindred are different champions, but when they're with Ivern, I'm kind of just playing to just shield them the entire time, and that's just what we did.
Yeah, and it worked amazingly. And I believe that's all the questions I have for today. But do you have anything else you'd like to add at the very end?
I just like to say, keep supporting us at Twitch chat. After every game, we always stop by, type in, look, and just like watch the last couple of minutes, see the chat coming in. It's very much like boosts our spirits and like helps us get energized for the next game. So I just appreciate that. Appreciate everyone for watching, and go Bears.
Go Bears, indeed. And thank you all for tuning in for today. But I believe that will be all. We will see you all next time.
I grew up making games, so I wanted to make a career out of that. Shawnee being a small school is the thing that drew me to it. Shawnee is nationally ranked in the Princeton list for game design. A lot of the professors own their own businesses. That kind of prompted me to start my own business. I started a game studio. I don't think that would have been possible if the school were bigger, and Shawnee put that all together for me. I'm Dalton, and I invite you to discover Shawnee State University for yourself. Please visit discover.shawnee.edu.